How's it going, guys? We're here talking some Penn State football. Well, Purdue co-defensive coordinator Anthony Poindexter is now going to be going to Penn State based off of reports to replace Tim Banks. And overall, this is something that I don't think is that big of a deal in terms of I don't know how much the secondary recruiting, how much of that will really change. It'll just depend on obviously what we see in the future. Hopefully, this guy can get a bunch of really good recruits anywhere across the country, which is obviously very hard to do, or at least get guys that are in our own hotbed here in the Northeast and the New England area. If he can do that, get some of the better defensive backs and maybe head down south, get one somewhere in the Midwest, that'd be nice. And ultimately, I think what's more important is for him to coach up the DBs once he gets there because I feel like we've always had some talent in the secondary, but we've never been able to really have a great secondary the last few years, I feel like. And to do that, we need to have, I think, maybe some better coaching because a lot of times they just seem to either miss tackles or some missed assignment. You see some receiver just running wide open, and I think it's ridiculous. And hopefully, these guys can be coached up to be better this off season, and hopefully that we won't be giving up nearly as many big plays and plays that we just shouldn't be giving up. Last year was better than 2019 in the secondary, I believe, but it's still got to make a lot of improvements if it wants to be one of the better secondaries in the Big Ten. And Jaquan Brisker coming back at safety, and then corner looks like a really good spot with Tyree Fields coming back, and we got that transfer from South Carolina. We got Joey Porter Jr. coming back. So we definitely have a lot. Basically, every corner that made an impact for us last year is coming back. And then we add the South Carolina guy. I can't think of his name right now, but so we have a lot of depth at corner and safety. It'll be interesting because Brisker is definitely going to start, but other than that, we're not really sure what's going to happen with either Sutherland or Jair Brown. Maybe a younger guy like Enzo Jennings or Tyler Rudolph makes their case for a starting spot. I don't know, but I just hope that with any coaching hire, I'm never one of these guys really to get so excited about a coaching hire because way too often in college football, there's like a guy that's considered a really good coaching hire and then he doesn't really do much, or a guy that doesn't really people don't really care about when he's hired, but he ends up being really great. You never really know until you actually see the results in the field. And so it's really hard for me to, despite like a guy's background, to really get too much into predictions because it's just a lot of times predictions and how a coach is going to do is just not successful. All right, well, thank you guys. We are Penn State.